Hey everyone, today I'm looking at FTL, Faster Than Light. You can find this on Steam for $9.99. It's just a little indie game. I use the word little in the way that it's not some big title, but I definitely think this is something you should check out, and I want to hop in and kind of give you a 10 to 15 minute look at what this game is about, and what you can look for and see if you'll have any fun with it. It takes place in space where you start off commanding your own ship called the Kestrel. I think this is, like I said, it's a little game. It doesn't have to have any crazy mechanics or anything like that. It's just about having your crew and starting off with a ship. And, of course, you'll see as I play through, and I'll try to explain this a little bit to you. But here we go. Let's see. And you start off with 3 crew members. I think you can do more, but that requires either unlocking them or getting farther in the game, which this is a brand new game. We're going to start off. I've tried this a couple times, not really too great at it. That's why I'm going to start off on easy and get us started here with easy mode. So we'll go ahead and hop into here. You start off, they're telling you you're starting off with data, and it's your job to make it to the other end of the sector, and when you make it to the other end of the sector, you can move on to a new stage. So we'll go ahead and start here. Now you have your basic power systems. This is all the bars that you can distribute those bars into these power systems. So, if I wanted to activate my engine, charges the FTL drive, which it gives me the ability to jump, I could do that. We haven't gone anywhere right now. We're kind of sitting in the middle of space, not really doing anything. So once I hit this jump, we can move to the next sector, but let's see. Before we get started, we got to kind of prep the ship a bit. And I right-click to, drop it down in power. And you get bonuses for having people in the certain areas, manning those compartments. So, if I have him on weapons, I may get a boost in my weapons when firing at people. So, let's see what we can do here. So, I guess we can go ahead and jump. So, you start off with these little blips here on the map, and that's where I'm going to jump to. You got to make it to this point right here. But we start over here. I can move to any of these locations if I really want to. So we'll just hop here real quick. And of course, during the time, since it's my first time playing, it's going to show me, give me little tutorial tips and stuff like that. Kind of look at the windows, checking for hostiles to jump on ship. So, when you jump, you may not get, an enemy every sector. Some sectors have places where you can restock and find more, more ammunition, more supplies, things like that. But, I think as long as you're careful and being prepared that when you jump in these areas, if any enemies are there, you're able to switch on weapon systems and learn how to attack, and I'll show you that, because I'm sure at one point we will get to someone where I'm going to have to fight. So we'll hop over here. And now I can pause the game at any time by pressing pause, or the space bar. So you'll come up to times like this where, you have options. Post a slave trader, he hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. So at this point, you kind of have to evaluate where you are and then see, is it worth it for me to attack this guy and damage my ship, or do I just ignore him and go away? And the optimal way would be to, buy the slavers from this guy. But I think right now we'll just ignore him. We'll go ahead and jump again. You have fuel. Your fuel right here. I'm at 14. I can make 14 jumps before I have to resupply. I have 8 missiles. Missiles, these, it's called an Artemis missiles. These are what get through the shield. And I'll give a demonstration of that in a minute. of what you need to look for. So hopefully this next one we may get into a fight. So we could investigate a little bit. So for that we got a little more scrap. You know, since we didn't attack them or anything like that, it worked out in that way that we got to get more scrap. So, you know, that's a plus, but you know, we'll see when we need to get more supplies. I'm trying to move this guy over into that room. Still getting used to the controls here. I played this a little bit before, but I ran into... didn't do too well. I only have one shield, as you can see, so... let's see what happens. Surprised I haven't gotten in a fight yet. Looping its message into space. Warning, quarantine level 5 in effect under... yeah. So... you know, there's little stories every place you jump. So here's a distress beacon at this one, and this is a chance for us to hop over here and, you know, see if we can help a little bit. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our navigation has gone haywire and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? So, you know, we're now going to take this ship to where they need to go. So now we have to hop all the way through here. And as you can see, I don't know if you saw it there, but in this like little section of the map, there's a big red circle starting to loom in on screen, and that's something we're trying to escape from. Okay, so here's the first battle, and I can kind of show you what we're going to do here. So it's still paused right now. So right now, I have it paused, and when you attack, the first thing you have to do is take out their shields. They only have one shield. So the goal is to... you know, try to take down their shield and then use your laser to attack them. So let's go ahead. You have to arm your weapon systems, you know, and you have these bars. So, okay, so we'll turn the weapons on. And the first thing I want to do is tell him to charge up that laser, go ahead and attack their shield. And then maybe let that go ahead and do that. And you have to wait for it to charge up. You're waiting for this little bar to charge up and kind of show you, you know, it's ready to attack. And they're shooting at us right now, and they're damaging the hull. They're not through a shield just yet. So now, I like to usually go for their oxygen sensor. And what you can do is take this guy, bump him over to here, and he'll take out that fire. See how it's taking down their shields right there? So we pause it. I don't like to use the missiles. The missiles are just to get through the shield first. The laser's probably the best route to go. You can take out their ability to maneuver. I think that'd probably be the next best step. So they're attacking our engines right now. So if I hop over here, I can get another guy in there to take care of that. It's really cool. Like, if I have a fire, if that fire was in a more accessible area, I could maybe like get them all out of there, open up the airlocks, and just open up the airlocks to that room, and it'll suck all the oxygen out of that room. So I think that's like a little cool feature. But I've won. I've destroyed them. And every time you beat ship, you get, you know, scrap, missiles, fuel, that sort of thing. So we'll go ahead and take that. I'm still on that mission to save those guys. Over here is the subsystem, so like I have my door, so I can like turn those off and on. Those are more controlled by, you know, if something gets damaged. So we'll turn that back on. Go ahead and jump over here to the quest like we needed to get to. Let's see. So it turned into a trap, so you know I have to fight my way out of it. So go ahead and arm weapon systems. Although I don't have enough power, so I could drop drop the med bay because I'm not going to be using this right now. Let me bump that on and that on, and I'll tell them to attack the shields and attack oxygen. So you're gonna have these two weapon systems jumping up, trying to get to them. I guess they have a little robot who's attacking my shields right now, so. So, you know, I have the option to either destroy them or get some scrap. I'll take the scrap, I need that. So see this is what we're trying to avoid here. So you kind of have to get out of this sector by the time that reaches. You're running away with this valuable information. For escort to a nearby system, this is region. So we'll go ahead and think I can maybe manage that. So, but I want to try to finish that quest before I get anywhere else. So this gives me a chance to buy whatever I need. It doesn't look like I only have 83 scrap. I can't really buy anything. So I can buy fuel, missiles. So I could do that. I think that'll help me a bit. And you always have to take care of your ship. There's different ways to upgrade your ship. So I think if we upgrade the shield, it might be the best way to go about trying to help us a bit. So let's go ahead and jump one more time. So we're finally getting it out of this sector. Something that we need to do before we get caught. So you're now in this next sector. So of course, if I jump again, I have to click next sector, and then I have to choose where I want to go. You know, of course. It's gonna put you through. I mean, at one point you're gonna have to go through a hostile sector. So if you do this one now, later you won't have to. You can go around, but you know, doing that one, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go through the nebula. I'm gonna have to go through a hostile sector. We gotta make it through this one just to get to the next. As you can hear, the music is pretty incredible in this game as well. So we will jump into the next thing. Let's see, jump here. So there's a stress beacon right here. Let's see if I can hop over to this. Help immediate giant answers are no joke. You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, asking what's wrong. Help, we are being overrun by some sort of giant alien spider. So let's go ahead and help them. Your crew boards the station, constantly moving between corridors. Suddenly a man-sized arachnid bursts up from a vent in the ceiling, followed by countless more. You fight your way back to the airlock and are forced to leave before accounting for all crew members. Not everyone made it back. So I took that risk and lost one crew member. That's unfortunate because I did have 4. So we'll go ahead and hop over. You have to kind of choose whether, you know, you go on these distress calls or not, because that's can be kind of dangerous. But we've been doing pretty good so far. Research station appears a small laboratory fire got under control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding. So I got a little bit of scrap from it, nothing crazy, so we'll go ahead and hop along here. So, let's see, we'll go ahead and jump again. So the main part of this game is to really make your way through the systems, and I mean, along the way you're going to get into these little interactions with these ships, and you have to battle or save people, those kind of things. What makes this game interesting is just how simple it is, yet you will find yourself at many times having a lot of fun and worrying about, should I save this, or it's a good balance game. You're trying to figure out, what do I keep on, what do I turn off, what are these things that are important to me. It can get a little overwhelming. It's that idea of being stressed by so many systems at one time that make it fun. So I'm of course in another battle. So what it just told me is this ship is going to try and escape. So the goal is to attack that part of the ship so it cannot leave, because you do not want it warning the fleet about you. So of course there's nothing we can do just yet. I mean, I've got all systems on that thing now. It doesn't have any shields, so once I attack it, that should be it. They just took down my shield, so we have him repairing it, but I'm gonna hop him in there and fix it as well. So we'll go ahead and attack again. I keep forgetting that I have to do this every time. I'm not accustomed to it yet. So that ship is gone. It won't warn the fleet. I've escaped that problem this time. Let's see. We'll do a couple more jumps just to show you, and hopefully I'll get to the next subsystem. Hopefully we won't run into anything crazy. Of course, see, a hostile area. Of course, I'm going to run into a bunch of fighting. And that's probably the hardest thing is to manage, is because you will get in these fights, and I mean you're trying to protect your hull. So once your shields go down, that's it. Once the hull is gone, it's gone. So you really have to work on trying to keep that and save that from getting destroyed. So, and at times your FTL drive will charge, so I can jump, I can escape from this battle, but most of the time I haven't found the ability to do that yet. So fortunately they have one shield, I have one shield, so okay, so what I'm gonna do is open up here. So we have intruders, so we actually have people on board. So what I can do, can't really turn these subsystems off, so I kind of have to So what I'm going to try to do is get this room filled up with oxygen. They're going to damage the doors, but I'm going to try to kill them before they can do that. If not, that's okay. We'll figure it out. So, they're going to try to get away. I'm not going to try not to allow that. So I've kind of put myself into a pickle with not thinking that through. Since they've damaged the doors, you can't get to the doors, and I can't save my engine. So it's not worth it to me to lose the ship that way. So we're in trouble. And I'm now losing a team member. He's suffocating. So you can see how quickly this game can just kind of spin out of control. I'm now down to one character who is going to just get demolished. And that's it. We've lost the game. It's got a little bit of a learning curve to it for sure, but that's FTL, and like I said, you can find it on Steam for $9.99. I definitely think it's something to pick up and at least put a little bit of time into to check out. I'm glad you guys, sat down and checked this out with me. There's more to come, so thank you very much. Check out FTL. I'll see you guys later.